questions. My first question is, what did your preparation look like for the competition?
Yeah, so for the competition, I really utilized, well, first I utilized the resources that was given to us by Gartner, the videos and the materials. So I tried to, for the slides and the visuals I showed, I tried to make it as close to what they had as possible. And then in terms of like practicing and preparation, I mostly watched some videos of the past winners. I remember when I was marketing 313, we had to watch the NCSC winner from 2018, which was a Michigan State student. So I watched her video again, got some help from some of my friends, and just did role plays a couple of times, got comfortable with the material, with, overcoming objections, and just tried to overall prepare the best I could.
And you did well. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so what has been the most rewarding part of the experience?
Are you talking about the competition or GSLS?
Oh, the competition.
The competition. Yeah, I would say the most rewarding part is the growth and kind of seeing how you did. It was definitely weird actually watching. I never watched myself, and I probably should have, recorded yourself doing the, this kind of the skits, but watching myself in the competition was really interesting to see what I did well, what I didn't do well, and just overall, how it looks to other people, which, it's kind of hard to view yourself. But, I would say one of the biggest rewarding parts was definitely the growth. I think it's so crazy to think that in just like 5 hours, or like, from the very first round that I did, like all the feedback I got, I think I got so much better over doing it a couple of times with, actual professionals. So that was probably the biggest reward, is seeing kind of the personal growth that I went through in those just few hours.
It's so fascinating to watch. Okay, so how has the sales leadership minor prepared you to perform in the competition?
Yeah, I would say the sales minor helped me. I think it was a kind of a combination from the marketing classes, the guest speakers that the sales minor brings in, and then overall just the community that the sales minor has. I'm thinking back to, kind of watching Sydney DeHorn, and when she went through her competition and watching it as a spectator, I tried to copy some of her practices and what she did. And yeah, really just kind of imitate and kind of model myself after some of those other, stellar GSLS people.
Would you say like any of the skills that you've learned have helped with your performance? Like what kind of skills?
Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so like from the skills you learned in all the minor classes, how has that helped you um with your competition?
Yeah, I would say just getting used to the recommended format of how to kind of drive the kind of like a sales thesis almost, and kind of just the format that we learned. I think again, Marketing 313 did a really good job introducing it, but I think we definitely get more into it in the minor and just kind of working in like extra stuff. So like the typical format of, an introduction, then going into the spin questions, trying to learn about the company and figure out ways that you can drive value, and then kind of crossing over into a presentation, and then kind of asking for a soft sale and overcome objections and ultimately try to get them to say yeah. So just kind of that model was really what I think the sales minor helped me prepare with. I think that it's a really interesting and useful model, and I really enjoyed using it and practicing it.
Absolutely. Okay, so what was the most exciting part about competing in the competition?
The most exciting part was, I'm trying to think. I think the most exciting part was, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It was a roller coaster of a ride. I think the most exciting part was honestly just the middle of it and like progressing through, because I honestly didn't know how I would do, because I just didn't know. I didn't have any expectations for myself. So I went into the first round saying, okay, I wanted to present myself well. I wanted to do well. Hopefully I could, pass the first round, because I know that everyone is just so amazing. And there's everyone, honestly, I could see a lot of people moving on and kind of being where I was. So I was honestly just hoping to pass the first round and just say, wow, it was a really cool experience. I learned a lot. But as I kept going, there was one part where I was like, wow, like I really want to like make it to the finals. And that was probably the exciting part.
Yeah, you got to give yourself more credit. I mean, the competition is fierce, but
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, what are some reasons why you would encourage other students to compete in the competition?
Yeah, so I think kind of like when I went, well, yeah, no, when I went through again, just doing even just doing it once, like in the first round, the feedback I got was so valuable, and especially if if you make it through and get to a couple of rounds, like just doing it multiple times, you see the difference and kind of the different challenges you face. So it's just such a big growth experience, and it's kind of hard to explain it in words without actually doing it, but it's just the honestly, you could summarize a whole like 6 months, or yeah, I'd say I summarize like a 6 months of growth or taking a whole class and getting that value into 1 hour of just doing this competition.
Hmm.
So that's what I would say.
Yeah, that's where you actually play the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing your time with me. I know it was super last minute, but I really appreciate
Yeah.
you scheduling this
Yep.
tonight.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks. You have a good one, Ryan.
You too. Bye.